Welcome to the 48th Annual Holiday Tree Lighting. My name is Patrick Moser, class of 1996, and I'm a member of the Alumni Board of Directors. I work at Western Oregon University as the director of the Warner University Center.
Hi, Patrick, and hello, everyone else. My name's Betty Crawford. I'm class of 1980, and I'm also an Alumni Board member as well. We're all in quite a treat for tonight. This event is the pinnacle of the Monmouth Independence community for the holiday season, and we're all so thrilled to be a part of it tonight.
Absolutely. It's always a fun time to be on campus this time of year for the tree lighting, and we want to welcome you out there on the live stream. If you weren't able to join us on campus today, this will be a great opportunity for you to see what's going on. And then also, if you're watching this on WOU TV, you'll get to see what this event was all about. What's the theme this year, Betty?
Well, Patrick, this theme is Shining Brightly. Our giant sequoia tree is standing tall and the beacon of our community, bringing people together from all walks of life. It's so great to see the communities of Monmouth and Independence, as well as alumni, former faculty, and staff coming together for the highlight event.
Absolutely. So tonight's program has kind of an agenda here. So I'm going to run through it for you real quick. It'll consist of a parade, and that'll be, it actually starts at the Monmouth Library. And so I actually think it's probably already started. So it'll be joining us on campus as soon as it's able to work its way through town. A welcome from our new president, Dr. Rex Fuller. A guest presentation by the winner of the community essay contest. It's always kind of fun because they get to actually read their essay and then help with the lighting of the tree. Greetings from the mayors of Independence and Monmouth, and of course the highlight of the evening, as always, is the lighting of the giant sequoia tree.
You know, Patrick, campus and community members have been busy for weeks getting ready for this tree lighting tonight. We're so thankful to have such a great community in campus and the folks who work together to bring the light of this campus and our community.
Absolutely. It really is a team effort, and you're right. Everyone
Yes.
is involved. The campus, the community. I've been working on campus. I've had the privilege of working on campus for 20 years now, and have been able to be on the tree lighting committee for almost 10 years throughout
wonderful.
my career here at Western. And it is amazing how many people it takes to put on this event from all over campus. And then, of course, what's fantastic is the community gets involved. The kids at Monmouth Elementary, Independence Elementary, the elementary schools in town, they have a coloring contest. And then they also have an essay writing contest. And so our Student Activities Board gets those entries in, and they decide who the winner of those two events are. And then they get to have a special time. They can have a special spot in the ceremony.
In the ceremony, I always get amazed at those brave people who go all the way up that tree with those lights so high.
Yeah, that is actually one of the more interesting times on campus during the fall is when they do shut down the street, and actually the fire department, Monmouth Electric, they're all a part of getting all of the lights, and then our physical plan, of course, getting the lights up on the tree, the star on top of the tree, to prepare for this day. And they actually do that close to a month in advance, just to make sure that everything, and I'm sure testing all the lights ahead of time too.
Oh,
yeah.
One bulb out, they all go out.
Well, I don't think. Luckily, they're not chained that way. That is a good thing, because if one light went out and the whole tree went down, as far as the lights go, that would be a hard fix during the winter months. And of course, the tree is lit tonight, of course, but then all the way through the new year.
Through the new year, yes.
It's something that's kind of cool. I work on campus and also live in Monmouth, so when I'm driving up 99 West, if I go into Salem and come back, it's always a nice reminder that I'm close to campus when I see that tree.
That tree, yes, yes. I know one of my favorites during the holidays when I was in college was when we were Christmas shopping in the hustle bustle in Salem and getting things in. We're driving back to Monmouth, and you see that tree just bright and shining way up there. It's just like a sigh of relief.
Right.
We're home.
Absolutely. Well, I've been lucky to, because I was a student here at Western before I was a staff member, and so, gosh, I've probably attended close to 20 tree lightings, and so I have lots of great memories about this tradition. In fact, when I was a student, we used to actually light the buildings too. I don't know if they did that when you were a student here.
I think they did,
Yeah.
but I'm so old I can't remember some things.
Well, no, they had the buildings lit, and they had the tree lit too, which was really great. For cost reasons, that became cost prohibitive,
Right.
and they also had like electronic candles in each of the windows that faced the street too. And I remember one year, I think when I was a junior, it snowed on tree lighting night.
Oh
And
my.
I'll tell you, I've never been to a more magical tree lighting to be out there when the tree's lit and then having the
Snow
snow.
coming
It's just
down.
so peaceful and beautiful. It was a really a fun year. But all of them are obviously fantastic, and I'm so happy that the rain stopped.
Oh, I am too. I am too. I was happy I was not standing outside if it was going to rain.
Right. That we're inside a warm studio. It's cold
Yes.
outside,
Yes.
but at least it's not raining out there. There's been years that's where it's been
It
raining quite
has.
heavily, and the show must go on. The tree always gets lit,
Yes.
rain, shine, or snow, and luckily it's just cold out. And the alumni department, which we're part of the board,
Yes.
they serve cocoa and hot cider on these evenings.
And
So.
that's actually for anybody who wants some.
That's right.
They
Everyone
have
who attends the event. So if you're watching right now at home, I'm sorry we don't have any cocoa or cider for you, but go ahead and go into the kitchen real quick before the parade starts and grab some. So
Or jump in the car and hustle over so you can
that's
get
true.
some.
I guess depending on where you are, you could still get here in time. It's a great event, and if you haven't been able to come back to campus recently to see the tree lighting, I would suggest that you get that opportunity to come. And there's an event in the cottage every
Yeah.
year before the tree lighting that alumni are invited to. So
All alumni, yes.
yeah, so come out and go to the cottage, enjoy the refreshments, catch up with people maybe you haven't seen in a long while, and then stay for the tree lighting because it sure is a fun time on campus.
Well, it's a festive beginning
It
to the
is.
tree lighting, going into the cottage and visiting with people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
The parade is going to be involving a lot of different student groups.
Yes.
We also have some community groups that are a part of it as well. And then you'll have some different winners of some different contests that happened this year that will be in the parade also. The goal of the parade of the floats is to have some sort of light element on it.
Yes.
And that can be challenging because you have to get generators and stuff, and some of our student groups don't have access to those. So we'll see how lit up the parade is this year.
Well, and extension cords only go so far.
And they certainly don't extend from the library to campus. That would be a pretty
Are those
That
if
would
you
be.
could do something like that.
are they the ROTC?
So when's the last? Have you been to a tree lighting recently?
Oh, yes. Last year we were
Okay,
here.
great.
I had the fun of passing out
Okay.
the hot chocolate and the cider. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
And everybody wanted something hot last year to drink.
Yeah, it was pretty cold last year, if I
Yes.
remember too.
It was. How about you? How many parades have you lose count? How many?
Well,
you've been
I've been in several parades.
Oh, have
also,
you?
I mean, in these parades, because like I said, I work in the University Center now, but before that, I worked in housing, and many of the floats you'll find are residence hall governments who put together floats. And so when I was involved with at least the live-in aspect of university housing, I would oftentimes be convinced to be on a float or to drive the vehicle that
Oh.
their entry came in on. And it's a fun parade. And actually, it used to, for probably until about 5 or 6 years ago, it used to just start up on the corner next to Coyotes, which if you haven't been back to campus recently, it's a hot spot for students. They love Coyotes. I'm seeing nods from the person behind the camera. It's a Mexican food restaurant that is right across the street from Yang's. Many of you have been around campus recently in the last 25 years, know where Yang's is. But yes, there's public safety
Oh, there
right
it
now.
is.
I was right about something. So public safety always starts off the parade, and all of the people are looking excited because look who's next.
Oh, I see the ROTC from Western Oregon leading the parade with the American flag. That is a wonderful group. And do you know, Patrick, I was in ROTC in high school.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, this is Western Oregon University's ROTC, and we have a partnership with OSU, and so there's a great group of guys. Next, we have the Polk County Mounted Posse. So it's always fun to have horses on our parade route, and I'm sure the kids out there are pretty excited to see the Mounted Posse. But they actually also help us out during graduation. It's a big day when there's a lot of people that come to campus, and so they're helping direct traffic on that day.
Yes.
And then they obviously come out for the parade because, a parade is not a parade without, in my opinion, without a mounted posse.
And the remnants, the horses leave.
Well, we could do without that. Well, the next float is just coming through here.
That looks like the Barnum, Butler, and Gentle Hall float. That's called Winter Wonderland.
And look, they got some lights on their car there and some sort of, I don't know who was on top of that, maybe the Grinch. The next is the Quad Staff, Rudolph and the Sasquad. They have a nice little tree there. That's great. They really did it up there. Yep, and there's the Sasquad on the back of their vehicle.
Go. And we have the Heritage Hall. Is a holiday.
There we go. Happy holidays.
Yes.
Heritage Hall. And so these are all of our residence halls, Barnum, Butler, and Gentle. And then Ackerman, which is the newest residence hall, and then Heritage Hall, which is an all first-year student residence hall. And then there's one more. Actually, is there one more float coming? Oh, here we go. Happy. I don't know. I think that is. Oh, that was Katie Kai.
That was Katie Kai.
So that is Kappa Delta Chi, which is our multicultural sorority on campus, and there was How the Penguins Saved.
Christmas.
Yes. And then we have OD Phi, which is Omega Delta Phi. This is our multicultural men's fraternity, and their theme was Rudolph.
And then we have coming is the Green Dot float in the Green Dot Elves.
Yes, and Green Dot is a sexual violence prevention program on campus, and they really look to educate how bystanders can influence or prevent sexual violence on campus, and their motto is people can't do everything, but everybody has to do something. And so they carry a great message and are a great education. They do great education on our campus.
That's a good message, yes. And
this is very exciting. It looks like this is about 3 years ago, Western Oregon University established a drum line, and so you have our drum line right there. And actually, it looks quite a bit bigger than it has in past years, and they have uniforms. That's fantastic.
I love the uniforms. When I was coming over here, I was hearing them practice, and they just sounded great.
Yeah, they will march through town just randomly, and they're fantastic. So this one is the Triangle Alliance, and their theme this year is All We Don is Gay Apparel. This is our LGBTQ club on campus, and they're often involved in our parade and bring a great message of inclusion for our campus.
Yes. And the next float we have for the activity is this associated Western Oregon University, this Multicultural Student Union, doing Holiday Cheer.
Absolutely. The Multicultural Student Union is a very involved group on campus. They sponsor things like our yearly powwow. They also are very involved in our Cesar Chavez conference that happens on campus that brings over 2,000 high school students to our campus every year.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And then this looks like the WOU rugby team. Is that right? They're supposed to be the rugby team. They look like they might play rugby.
Women's rugby, Santa's sleigh.
All right. And
a lot of lights.
And this is actually really what the kids have been waiting for, because this is the fire trucks. But none of the kids, kids love fire trucks, right?
Oh, yes.
But none of the kids really care about the fire truck at this point, because they're starting to realize who is on the fire truck.
Yes. And who is on it.
Well, it only could be Santa.
Must be Santa.
It must be Santa. In fact, there he is.
Oh.
Now, this is always an adventure. It looks like Mrs. Claus. Oh, no, that's not Mrs. Claus. That's a firefighter. The monitor's a little far away here, so I apologize for not being able to tell the difference between a firefighter and Mrs. Claus. I hope that firefighter doesn't see this on recording. But Santa, at some point, will disembark from the fire truck. I always appreciate when they move a little bit further down to let him out, because otherwise these kids swarm him. You don't understand how much they love this guy.
Oh, yes.
Well, I'm sure you do. You have grandchildren.
Well, just for myself, I turn into a little kid and start jumping up and down and clapping, and
Well, that's what's happening right now. In fact, Santa's clapping, just like you when you see him. Okay, and I think these are probably some of our essay winners.
Our essay winners.
And they are going to be walking up to the stairs to start the program here soon. As soon as Santa moves on by, of course, he had to make a stop and be shown to all of the kids, because you can't just have him scoot on by, because then the kids will be like, where did Santa go? Well, they're going to be able to go see him and get their picture taken with him soon.
Well, and for some of the kids, this is their first chance to tell Santa what they're hoping for Christmas.
There you go.
And they can't miss that.
Absolutely not. Okay, well, there. It always seems like that parade just kind of scoots on through, but it's a fun start to the evening.
It's
just to have the different campus groups to come out, show what their group's all about, and then have Santa come through and end that parade. So pretty soon the program will start, and there's, like I mentioned before, the president will speak. They'll have the reading of the essay,
yes,
and then the mayors will also speak, and then they'll light the tree.
And then just flip that switch. Yes.
Good evening and welcome to Western Oregon University's 48th annual holiday tree lighting. The theme for this year's event is Shining Brightly, and we recognize the importance that this community has in all of our lives and lasting fond memories it helps to create. Whether it be families that live in Monmouth Independence community or students who join the community for several important years of their lives, our community has a positive effect on the lives that those of us have an opportunity to join it. With that in mind, Western Oregon University welcomes all of you to our campus tonight. Our community, our members, our students, our faculty, our staff, this is a time to celebrate the season and to give thanks for family, friends, and the supportive community we find ourselves to be part of. It's also the season of giving, and one way we can do that is by remembering those less fortunate than we are. I encourage you to give time, energy you have to help those around you this holiday season. We want to thank you for joining us tonight as we celebrate the season as a community with the traditional lighting of our tree in just a few minutes. We will commence that lighting. Before that, we are honored to have Independence City Council member Nancy Lodge and Mayor John Oberst of Monmouth join us. And now John Oberst will greet you as well.
Good evening. This is one of my very favorite events as the year goes by. I consider this to be the ultimate community event. How many folks here are from the Western community? How about Monmouth, but not Western? Independence? Falls City or Dallas or Salem? And I don't think any of our other events during the year we see this broad spectrum of folks show up. I just love this event. I love the way it brings people together, brings the young ones onto campus to have their visit with Santa, and we have the events in the Werner Center after. So everyone have a good time tonight. We'll be lighting up the big tree in just a few minutes. And with that, I'll give you Nancy Lodge from the City of Independence City Council.
Thank you. I promised Mayor Oberst that my speech would be shorter. So I want to welcome all of you to this wonderful happening. And at the same time, I'd like to invite you tomorrow night to the Independence Parade of Lights. And if there are any people here with floats or musical instruments or whatever, you're welcome to join us. Just show up at the Baptist Church down across from the high school. And it's a real short parade, but it's a colorful one. And then we have at the end, at City Hall, we have cookies and hot cider. So I invite you all to come tomorrow night at 5. Okay, thank you.
Give them a round of applause. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I also want to do a call out to our state representative. Paul Evans is here in the crowd somewhere. He asked me not to do that, but he is out there. So Paul Evans, you should raise your hand and give a shout out for being here. Thank you for coming back. He was a former student body president and a former mayor as well. Every year, the Student Activities Board of Western Oregon University invites students from Ash Creek Elementary, Monmouth Elementary, and Independence Elementary to participate in a coloring and essay contest. We want to thank all the students that participated this year, and this evening we would like to recognize and congratulate the top winners of the coloring contest from each grade. When I call your name, please come forward to be recognized. These students will be receiving their certificates while they're here. Beginning with kindergartner, I want to ask William Lockwood from Ash Creek Elementary School to come forward. Big round of applause for him. The top picture in the first grade belongs to Brenda Ambrose from Ash Creek Elementary School. Big round of applause. Thank you. And finally, the top picture for second grade, Lupita Manzo from Monmouth Elementary School. A number of these beautiful pictures are on display in the Warner University Center. Please stop by and view the wonderful work these students have created. We will now introduce the essay winners this year. Students were asked to define their perfect holiday. Who is there? What would be important? What would they be doing? Where would they be going? And why is this holiday important to them? These winners were the top 3 overall amongst 3rd through 5th grade. Again, I ask you to please step forward as I call your name. In 3rd place, we have Abby Parker from Independence Elementary School. Congratulations. In 2nd place, we have Esteban Chavez from Monmouth Elementary School. I believe he had to leave early, so he's not here tonight, but a big round of applause for Esteban. And now I would like to introduce the winner of the essay contest itself. She will have the high honor of reading her essay and the privilege of lighting the tree. McKenna Cannon from Monmouth Elementary School, please come forward.
If I were president for one whole day, I would help people in need with food and filtered clean water. I would give them a nice Christmas dinner to feast on. I would also give them a nice clean clothes to wear during the cold, snowy day and the cold, icy night. I would encourage people that had a dream, any dream, to follow it. I would give people the money to eat healthy food and drink clean, filtered water, and to sleep on a comfortable mattress. I would send doctors to different countries to cure illnesses and make wells for water. This is important because nobody deserves to be ill and have no water. I would give any animal a shelter or a home with food and water. And that is important because no animal deserves to be treated like that. And that is what I would do if I was president for one day.
Thank you, McKenna. And now the moment we've been waiting for. As the winner of the essay contest, McKenna Cannon will now help light the tree. May I have the lights out, please? Lights out. All right, we're going to begin with a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How gorgeous is that, huh? Finally, we would like to thank you all for attending the 48th Annual Tree Lighting Ceremony at Western Oregon University. Go Wolves, and good night and happy holidays.
That certainly was. It's always fun. Even in the studio, we're not outside, obviously, but even in the studio, it's just great to see that tree lit up.
It's just awing just to see that
It
tree
is.
lit up.
Great pictures this year, by the way, to just get the full glory of that. But to get the true glory, you need to come and visit campus before before the trees stop being lit after the New Year's. But great to see the kids and their pictures, and
those
hear
were wonderful.
hear the essay. Just a great event. I think before we go, though, we want to talk a little bit about some alumni events coming up. We first have the WOU Spring Mixer, which is on April 7th. There's wine is at the Wine Study Center at Chemeketa. $45 a person. You can contact Emily in the alumni office to get signed up for that event.
Those of you who like golf,
Oh, that's great.
my husband golfs. Too much exercise. We have a golfing coming up on May 6th that you get to golf with the president. Aspen Lakes Golf Course in Sisters and Cascade Lakes Brewing Company in Redmond.
It'd be a great day to get out there, so you can go ahead and just get all the details at the WOU alumni page.
Yes.
It looks like lunch, and there's a reception and everything. Then also make sure you connect with us. Update your contact information on the alumni site. Give us a call. Always contact us. Nominate alumni for the Alumni Award of Excellence. We're now accepting nominations for the 2016 Alumni Award of Excellence, and voting closes in March.
So we've had a great evening, Patrick, and we'd like to thank all of you for your continued support with Western Oregon University and our alumni. Thanks for tuning in. We hope to see all of you at future events.
That's right, Betty. Everyone, thanks for your time and support. If you don't receive emails or contact from the alumni office regarding great events, please send an email to alumni@wou.edu or go online and update your information today. So until next year, happy holidays, everyone.